Hello, my name is William Ferguson, community partner with the SignalRange project, and I'm going to walk you through scenario one. We're going to start now and take a look at the North Atlantic Telepoint Services campaign, commercial ground station operations. We're going to cover our first day, which is going to be focused on performing a Tidemark-1 health check. As soon as we enter the workplace, we're greeted by Charlie Brooks, our new best friend and senior ground station operator. There's a little bit of banter here, but what's important is Tidemark-1, the space vehicle we're concerned about, it's already online at 53 West and serving customer traffic for SeaLink. Today's a health check. Simply hold your left mouse button, and this will let you click through when you're finished chatting with Charlie. We want to take a look at our checklist, and you'll see here exactly what we're expected to accomplish. The first item is click on the GPSDO panel and verify all status indicators show normal operations. Specifically, verify GPSDO status. We come over to the Vermont ground station. We start off on the dashboard, but we want to take a look at the GPS timing status. What we have here, we've got power, we've got GNSS input, our status is locked, we've got 8 sats, and we're ready. So if we go to our quiz widget, we'll see Charlie wants to know, what does the GPSDO lock indicator show? Well, Charlie, it's locked green, stable frequency reference. So that first part of the health check is complete and we can move forward. Charlie's back, lock, good start, explains what that means. Next, the low noise block down converter. He wants to understand what the noise temperature is. It's measured in Kelvin. So let's take a look at that. Again, holding down that left mouse button, coming in, looking for the LNB. We've got our low noise block right here, and we see the noise temps at 43K. So Charlie wants to know, what is the LNB noise temperature reading, and is it within spec? It's good. Charlie's back. He's pleased. 43K is solid. Now we're looking at the high power amplifier. This is the muscle. What he wants to understand is, what are we transmitting? Okay, are we transmitting with back off, muted for safety, powered off, or faulted? Which is it? So we're going to go through the banter. We're going to take a look at the transmit, specifically high power amplifier, and we can see right now it's a back off and we're at 10 dB. Navigate to the quiz. Charlie wants to know specifically, what is the current state of the high power amplifier? Okay. It's transmitting with 10 dB back off. He's pleased with that. Now, after that, we're going to look at the antenna control unit, and we want to understand what mode the antenna is in right now. Okay. So we're going to go through, take a look at the ACU. We can see that we're in program mode. Charlie wants to know, what tracking mode is the antenna currently using? Program track, following predicted orbital position. Correct. With that out of the way, Charlie wants to now understand, what's our polarization angle? This is essentially how the wave is oriented. It's critical to make sure this is aligned properly with the space vehicle, otherwise you could lose the signal. Let's take a look at our polarization angle. We can see here on the antenna positioning widget that our current polarization angle is 14 degrees, which is in sync with Tidemark-1. We navigate to our quiz. What is the current polarization angle shown on the ACU, and why is it set to that value? It's at 14 degrees, matched to Tidemark-1 satellite polarization. Now, it's time to move on to the spectrum analyzer. One of the first things that Charlie wants to understand is what's the situation with Tidemark-1's carrier wave. Let's take a look at that. We want to move to the receive chain analysis view. Navigate down to the spectrum analyzer. And what do we see here? See our carrier wave. Charlie wants to know, what do you see at the center of the spectrum analyzer display? Only Norse floor, no signal detected, a clear spike, the trademark 1 beacon signal, for sure. That's exactly what we're looking at. There it is, clean beacon. The carrier is your canary. Now, Charlie wants us to take a closer look at the analyzer, center frequency and reference level. They determine what you're actually looking at. We're viewing IF after the LMB down converts. The beacon comes down at 3902.5 megahertz. LMB shifts it to 1074.5 megahertz. What values do you see? Here I've got center frequency at 107.104.5, okay, 10 dB. What center frequency and reference levels are set on the spectrum analyzer? Clearly 107.4.5 center, negative 91 dBm reference, configured for Tidemark-1 beacon IF. Just to double confirm there. All right, we're going to stay on the receive chain analysis view. We're going to check the modem panel now, and we're going to look for above 8 dB for QPSK, meaning healthy margins. Let's take a look. On our receiver modems widget, you can clearly see signal lock with good margin. That's above 8 dB. It's fluctuating around 14 and 15, but it's definitely above 8. Charlie asks, what does a receiver modem see and indicate for a QPSK link? Greater than or equal to 8 dB, strong link with good operating margin. All right. Last thing on the receive side, constellation diagram, visual representation of demodulated symbols. QPSK gives your 4 clusters, 1 per symbol. Tight clusters means clean demod. Scattered means noise. Okay, what's the constellation showing? Take a look over here. We clearly have 4 well-positioned statuses. Okay. What does the I and Q constellation diagram show about the received signal? Tight clusters at symbol points, clean QPSK modulation. All right. Tight clusters. That's the picture of a healthy link. After a while, you'll glance at the diagram and know instantly if something's off. For our last step, we're going to take a look at the dashboard tab. Could be clean, could have warnings, could be critical faults, but Charlie wants to know what's showing. Come back to our dashboard. We can see that we've got no alarms at the moment, which is good. So we can report to Charlie, no active alarms, all systems nominal. And then continue. Voila, we finished. Clean board. That's what right looks like. Remember it. I know I moved that pretty fast, but that's your first day with Charlie Books at the teleport. And hope you enjoyed that walkthrough. Stay tuned for more videos as well as more details in our interface. Thanks.